What's up everyone, Terraquake here, and I'm back with another Pokemon Challenge video. Pokemon White 2 with only negative priority moves was a fun challenge, but it also was pretty long. So in this video, I'm going to do a challenge that should be quicker, but still relatively challenging. Today, I'm going to figure out if you can beat Pokemon Fire Red with only one Butterfree. Butterfree is a bug and flying type, and it's the evolved form of Metapod. Its special attack and special defense are about the only thing that Butterfree has going for it, and it has a base stat total of 385, which is the same as Pokemon like Lickitung, Onix, and Poliwhirl. Butterfree's only attacking move at the start of the game is Confusion, which isn't that powerful, and it isn't Stab. However, later in the game, Butterfree gets Gust, Psybeam, and Silver Wind. It also gets access to some nice TMs like Toxic, Hyper Beam, Giga Drain Return, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Aerial Ace. Brock will be interesting since I'm 4 times weak to Rock, but I have Confusion, which will hopefully dish out some decent damage. Lieutenant Surge and Blaine will also probably be challenging. Looking back at my Natu challenge, Lorelei will probably be brutal. I'm not sure how tough my rival will be either. Anyways, time for them rules. I can only use Butterfree in battle. I'll have to catch other Pokemon for HM use only, so they will not be allowed in combat. No items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of battle are allowed, and of course, no glitches or exploits. This is my first solo run with a fully evolved Pokemon, so I'm pretty curious to see how it goes. I started off by calling my rival Urag, because that's Gary spelled backwards. I then used the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Bulbasaur with Butterfree. I replaced Bulbasaur so that my rival would have Charmander, the hardest starter to fight. I nicknamed Butterfree Bye Bye, and of course that's in reference to the famous episode from the anime Bye Bye Butterfree. And I then proceeded to completely pummel my rival's Charmander with Confusion. After going through the Viridian Forest, I decided to attempt the optional rival battle west of Viridian City. Pidgey got off a sand attack, but he didn't do any major damage to me, so 3 Confusions did the trick. For some reason, Urag decided to use Scratch with Charmander instead of Ember, so 3 more Confusions won us the battle. At level 14, I took a shot at Brock. Luckily, Geodude only used Defense Curl, so 2 Confusions killed it. However, Onix can take my Confusions a lot better than Geodude, and he can one-shot me with a Rock Tomb. But I just need one more level and I think I can win. And that's because at level 15, Butterfree gets Sleep Powder, and luckily Onix stayed asleep for 3 turns, so I won the fight. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Once I got to Cerulean City, it was time to battle Urag again. Pidgeotto went for Sand Attack, and he also hit me with a Gust before I eventually killed it. I got extremely lucky against Charmander as I confused him with a Confusion, and he hit himself, so another Confusion did the trick. Aber got taken down by a bunch of Confusions, and Rattata died in 2 Confusions. This battle actually took me a couple of attempts because I either missed because of Pidgeotto's sand attacks, or I got burned by Ember. Time for Misty. Staryu wasted its time using Harden, so 2 Confusions took it down. I immediately put Starmie to sleep, and then I started to use Gust. Once again, I got really lucky as Starmie stayed asleep for I would assume the maximum amount of turns, and at that point, another Gust got us the 2nd gym badge. Hey, it's already time for another rival battle. Pidgeotto hit me with a sand attack, like usual, but 2 Confusions took it down. Charmeleon was an idiot and only used Growl, so 2 more Confusions killed him. As a matter of fact, I didn't take a single hit point of damage throughout the whole battle. That was so much easier than the last rival battle. The battle against Lieutenant Surge went way better than I thought it would go. I one-shot Voltorb and Pikachu with a single Psybeam, so Raichu was out last. Psybeam did some good damage to him, but Raichu paralyzed me, and then he went for Double Team. However, I must have gotten a high roll or something, because another Psybeam won us the fight. Instead of doing the rival battle in the Pokemon Tower, I decided to do all of the things in Celadon City first. And the battle against Erica went exactly how you would expect it to go. I one-shot Victory Bell, and I killed Tangela with my newly added move, Silver Wind. Vileplume barely hung on from a Psybeam, and then Erica used a Hyper Potion. But I went for Aerial Ace on the next turn, which was able to take down Vileplume. Well, time to destroy Giovanni's team with a Butterfly. Surprisingly, Onix managed to take a Silver Wind pretty well, but he only went for Bind, so another Silver Wind finished him off. Rhyhorn went down to a Psybeam, so Kangaskhan was out last. Aerial Ace did an okay amount of damage, but Kangaskhan hit me with a powerful Mega Punch. On the next turn though, he went for Tail Whip, so 2 more Psybeams did the trick. Now I went back to the Pokemon Tower in order to battle Urag. However, his first 4 Pokemon all went down in one hit, and Gyarados barely hung on from a Psybeam, but Thrash didn't do anything to me, so another Psybeam killed him. Yeah, so maybe my rival is easier than I thought he would be. Also, I like to read the weird dialogue that the people in the Pokemon Tower say. Like, no, I don't want to join your club or whatever you guys are a part of. You guys are creepy. Alright, time for Koga. Oh, it's already over. Okay, sure. So you know what I said about my rival being easy? Well, that's not true anymore. Rival Fivel might not be beatable right now. Pidgeot either goes for Feather Dance or some other flying type move, I kinda forgot which one it was. Anyways, I can get past Pidgeot, but if he uses Feather Dance, I'm basically restricted to using Psybeam. Anyways, once Charizard comes out, he immediately goes for Flamethrower, which does a ton of damage. He also burned me on this attempt, so by the time that I made it to Alakazam, I was too low on health, so I lost. I'll try this fight a few more times, but it might be impossible to win right now. Never mind, because on my third attempt, Pidgeot didn't use Feather Dance, and Charizard didn't burn me, so I was able to one-shot Alakazam. Last out was Gyarados, but due to a critical Psybeam, I won the fight. To be honest, this makes me a little worried for the future rival battles. Right after that fight was of course the battle against Giovanni. Nidorino and Rhyhorn got one shot, so Kangaskhan was up next. He was surprisingly able to take 2 silver wins, but Giovanni decided that his best move was Rage, so I still easily took him down. Last out was Nidoqueen, but she got taken down by 2 Psybeams. Alright, there's really nothing to say about the battle against Sabrina since I one-shot every single one of her Pokemon. So yeah, let's just move on. Time for Blaine. Since he starts with Growlithe, who has Intimidate, I'm basically restricted to using Psybeam for the whole battle. Anyways, Growlithe went down to 1 Psybeam, and luckily, Ponyta missed a Fire Blast, so after Blaine used a Hyper Potion, I took down Ponyta. However, Rapidash was able to land a Fire Blast before I killed him with 2 Psybeams. Arcanine was out last, and I can't 2-shot him with Psybeam, and 2 more Fire Blasts finished me off. I tried this battle a few more times, but I came to the conclusion that I need to grind. At level 76, I was finally strong enough to 2-shot Arcanine, so I won the battle. That was probably the most amount of grinding that I've had to do in this whole challenge. Well, I completely mopped the floor with Giovanni's team, so there's really nothing to say about this fight. Before heading into Victory Road, Urag challenged me to another battle. I took down Pidgeot with 2 Psybeams, but not before he hit me with a powerful wing attack. Rhyhorn got one shot, but then there's Charizard. He lowered my speed, so he was able to kill me with a flamethrower and a wing attack. And after attempting this battle over and over again, I need to do some more grinding. At level 81, I took another crack at this fight. Pidgeot and Rhyhorn went down the same way as last time, so it was time for Charizard. This time around, Charizard used Scary Face and then Flamethrower, so I was able to take him down. However, I only had 24 HP remaining. I took down Execute and Alakazam with 2 Silver Winds, while getting both of the stat boosts. If I'm not mistaken, that's a 20 in 200 chance to happen. Even with the stat boost though, I still wasn't able to one-shot Gyarados, but thank goodness he used Rain Dance, so I was able to win the battle with another Psybeam. After using up all of my rare candies, I'm at level 93, and here's my stats and moves. I know that I'm a very high level for the Elite Four, but that's how it was in my Natu challenge, and we all saw how the battle against Lorelei was in that run. Hopefully the battle against Lorelei won't be as brutal as last time, but there's only one way to find out. First up was Lorelei, the Ice-type master. Dugong wasted its time using Safeguard, so a Psychic and an Aerial Ace took it down. One Silver Wind nearly took down Slowbro, but Lorelei used a Full Restore. However, one Aerial Ace and another Silver Wind finished her off. Jinx got one shot, so next up was Lapras. Psychic only did about a third of her health, and Lapras confused me. Another Psychic got Lapras down to red health, and then she hit me with a powerful Ice Beam. However, due to her Citrus Berry, Lapras wasn't in healing range, so I got through confusion once again and killed Lapras. Last out was Cloyster, but one Psychic did the trick. Next up was Bruno, the Fighting-type master. I took down Onix with a single Psychic, and Hitmonchan got one shot by an Aerial Ace. Machamp hung on from an Aerial Ace, but he only used Scary Face. Once again, the Citrus Berry made him not use a full restore, so another Aerial Ace finished him off. After that, Hitmonlee and Onix both died to a single Psychic. The third Elite Four member was Agatha, the Ghost-type Master, and this battle was a complete one-shot sweep with Psychic. Alright, that was easy. The last Elite Four member was Lance, the Dragon-type Master. Gyarados only used Dragon Rage, so 2 Psychics took him down. I got a lucky crit with Psychic on Dragonite as he used Safeguard, and due to the Citrus Berry, Lance didn't use a full restore, so another Psychic finished off Dragonite. Aerodactyl missed a Scary Face as I took him down with 2 Psychics. Lance's first Dragonair hung on from a Psychic, and then he paralyzed me. Lance then used a full restore, but Dragonair couldn't put much damage on me, so 1 Aerial Ace and a Psychic took him down. Last out was Lance's second Dragonair, but he suffered the same fate as the first one. Time for Urag, the champion. That's probably the least intimidating name ever, but who cares? Pidgeot started off by using Feather Dance as I took him down with an Aerial Ace and a Psychic. Rhydon was able to live a Psychic, and he hit me with an extremely powerful Rock Tomb, which also lowered my speed. After Urag used a full restore, another Psychic took down Rhydon. However, I was too low on health to even survive one hit from Charizard, so I lost. I'm not sure if this battle is winnable right now, but I'll keep trying. Finally, on my 16th attempt, I made it to Charizard with full HP since I taught Giga Drain to Butterfree so that Rhydon went down in a single hit. Anyways, one Psychic brought Charizard down to around half health as he brought me below half health with a Fire Blast. I nearly took him down with another Psychic, but he barely hung on. However, I dodged a bullet as Charizard missed his next Fire Blast. Urag then used a full restore, but due to a critical hit on my 4th Psychic, I took him down. Alakazam and Executor both got one-shot by a Silver Wind, so last out was Gyarados. I started by using Giga Drain to get some health back, as he was only going for Dragon Rage. I then used Psychic, but Gyarados hung on with a sliver of health. Urag then used a full restore, but luckily I was able to repeat the process and take him down with a Psychic. That's probably one of the closest champion battles that I have ever had. Well, that was a relatively quick yet fun challenge to do. I was actually surprised that the battle against Lorelei was so easy, but also that my rival was extremely tough for the most part. Anyways, for my next challenge, I'm going to do a different type of run. I've seen other people do this, and I've got some requests myself to do this style of challenge as well. As always, feel free to leave any other challenge suggestions that you have in the comment section below. And if you want to see more of my challenge runs, then you can check out the playlist that I left a link to in the description. For now though, if you guys did enjoy this video, then be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to see more, as I am very close to 100 subscribers. And until next time, deuces!